What is up, everyone? It is Thursday night. We're playing some Thursday night football here. We're gonna stay in 1965 here. I look back at week one to see how many games I hadn't completed yet, and there are a few. So I'm gonna play one of them tonight. You're gonna see the Dallas Cowboys host the New York Giants in real life. I'm pretty sure this was a scoregami game. It was 31-2, Dallas. I'd be willing to bet that hasn't happened before. Maybe, but I'd be willing to bet that it hasn't. Let me get Perfect Strangers going on my TV here. I think I got everything set up. It took me a few minutes to get set up just because I wasn't ready. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. I had to redo the sheets. I got my sheets here. I had to actually do the sheets. I had to finish them. And we'll go through them right now. Everything's good. All right. So, 1965 Dallas Giants. We'll start with Dallas here. They got Dandy Don Meredith as their quarterback. Bob Hayes is a receiver that I've heard of. I really haven't heard of many of the other players. I think I've heard Buddy Dial before. I don't really know their running backs. I think I've heard of Dave Manders before, strangely enough. They're 35 on offense. Looking at their receivers, they've got two A's, Bob Hayes and Frank Clark. I don't know him. I obviously do know the coach, Dan Reeves. They've got four running backs, Don Perkins, J.D. Smith, Perry Lee Dunn, and the coach, Dan Reeves. Their defense, they're 39th. They're looking pretty good here in terms of their rankings. You got Bob Lilly on I've got him at defensive tackle just because the defensive ends are pretty good. So, but he's a good player. Bob Lilly had one of the better cards from these sets. This 1965 set. There it is. Yeah, he's a 5. He's also a W2 QS5, so he's intercepting passes and quarterback sacks. He's got a WR and an FRK, so if he gets the ball, whether it be an interception or a fumble, he's got a chance to make some yards. So Dallas is a +4 and a +3 when they're on defense, +3 against pass, +4 against the run. And they're also a 50. They're a 53% run team, so I'm going to go 55-45 for them in terms of runs versus passes on the dice. When I'm rolling the dice, look at the Giants. You've got Earl Morrall, who I didn't know played for the Giants. I know he was in Miami in '72, so he must have moved over to Miami after leaving the Giants, or there's a team in between. I don't know. Del Schaffner is their starting wide receiver. I'm pretty sure he was a offensive coordinator for the Browns in the '80s, maybe the late '80s under Schottenheimer. Not sure. I've heard of Rosie Brown. I haven't heard. Steve Thurlow sounds familiar, but I think that's just from this game. They have Joe Morrison at wide receiver. Later on in the '80s, they're going to have Joe Morris at running back. Probably no relation. Let's look at their defense. Jim Cat Cabbage, I've heard of him. Andy Stinchilla, I feel like I've heard of him. I like the name Spider Lockhart. That's a great name. So that's their defense. You can see they're 36 on the pass, 35 on the run, and then the defense are 34. And then they're a pretty poor 30 against the run. That is below average. Then you got 6 guys that run the ball. You got 2 A's. One of them is only an A on long passes, and the other one is Joe Morrison is an A. Then you got your running back carry. 6 guys that run the ball, 2 guys named Ernie. And that could be the title of this video. And then sacks, you got a bunch of guys, and interceptions. They're an actual 55-45. So both teams are going to be 55-45 against the run. And let's go ahead and kick it off here. Dallas is going to get the ball first, so the Giants will kick off. And we will start with 56. You got Bob Timberlake, maybe Justin's dad, who knows. He's kicking off. 56 is a 21. And 21 is 60-0-10. So 60-0-10. So that's going to be the up man for Dallas. We'll go to Timberlake. 60. If I knew any Justin Timberlake songs at all, I would try to make puns. I literally can't name a single Justin Timberlake song. So you guys are going to be happy to know that you're not going to have to hear that all throughout this game. Kickoff return. It was the OB. The OB for Dallas is actually Bob Hayes, the starting wide receiver. He's an OB, so let's run that. A 35. 35 is a 10, and he'll get 25 yards on the return. And Dallas is going to start 1st and 10 on their own 30 on this drive. So let's get it going here. Again, 55-45. So if you're new, I'm going to roll this purple die. I don't like to call plays. I'm very, very biased. And I won't even be subtle about it. So I let the dice do everything. I do kind of trying to lean it a certain way sometimes, but on first down and 10, 1 through 11 are going to be your run plays. So 1 through 6 is an inside run, 7 to 11 is an outside run, and then 12 to 17 will be short pass. 18, 19 is a long pass, a medium pass, and 20 is a long pass. And as always, I reserve the right to overrule a long pass if I don't want to do it and just call the play myself. So let's get started here. So Dallas on first and 10. 13, that'll be a short pass. So we're going to see Don Meredith right off the bat. All right, the other thing that I do is I roll for defense and I roll for the targeted receiver, so I'm not calling that either. 13, and looking at my sheet, 13 for Dallas. That's going to be Bob Hayes because he's got a receiving locator of 11 to 23, and I rolled a 13. Defense is a 46. We look at the -1 because the Giants are a minus. Are they a -1? That's not right. Yeah, they are. They're a -1. So if we look at 46, that's a BS. Because Bob Hayes is an A, we're going to make it an AS. And they're going to start off short pass AS, Meredith to Bob Hayes. And a 23, and I hate small straights on the dice because they're never good. 12, 21, 23, 32, 43, 34 is usually a penalty. 56, 65, these are all bad numbers. 23 is usually a pretty bad one. So let's see what we get here from Meredith. It's a 29. He's going to get sacked. And he's going to lose 7 yards on the first play from scrimmage. Meredith goes down. Who got him for the Giants? That'll be a 12, and that'll be Jim Cabbage. And that, again, that is a name that I know, and I don't know why. Maybe it's from this game. For some reason, there he is. So we'll go 30 seconds off the clock, and we will look real quick at his card. Why do I know him? Let's see. Jim Cabbage. Cabbage. It's a great last name, really, Cabbage. Kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit. Where's he at? There he is. Oh, he's only a 3. I thought he was better than that. He's an end tackle. He's a QS5, so that's pretty good. Wow, he's going to be 89 years old this year. I hope he's still alive. All right. Earl Morrall, that's a surprise. Now that I'm looking down at his card, so he was burned in 34. That means he's 29 years old during this game. And I'm wondering, when he went to the Dolphins in 72 and he played, didn't he go in for Greasy after Greasy got hurt in like week 1 and played the whole year when they went undefeated? He must have been, I mean, you could do the math and you could figure out he was like 36, 34, 38, whatever that math works out to be. That's impressive. All right, second and long. So this is where I can kind of affect it a little bit. I'm going to go medium pass heavy, which means 1 through 8 is a short pass, 9 to 19 is a medium pass, and 20 is a long. And we are going to get a 12. That'll be a medium pass. $15 is AD, and 44 is a, who is 44? 44 is Buddy Dial. Buddy Dial is a C. Buddy Dial is a C rated. He's their number 2 receiver, and he's a C. There he is. He's a C2. Wow. Yeah, they don't have many. They got 2 A's and 1 guy that's a B/C. So Buddy Dial's a C. So we're going to make it a BD. So medium pass BD. Meredith looking for Buddy Dial. 62 for Meredith is a 21. And oh no, we have an interception. W64. So Meredith is picked off right off the bat. Who got it and where'd it go? Let's see. W64. Yeah. It's a 42. 27-yard pass play. So Meredith to Dial for 27. It's going to be intercepted by the Giants right at midfield. They're in good field position here. And who got it? Oh, a 33. That's going to be Dick Lynch. Oh, Dick Lynch. Where are you, Dick? There he is. He's a cornerback 3. He does have that WR column, so he's got some... I don't see very many low numbers in there, though. So I guess 10, 11, 18, 19. Let's see what he does with it. A 12, and that is a 20. And he'll get 3 yards on the return. So Lynch is going to go for 3 for Dallas. And they're going to take over 1st and 10 on the Dallas 47 for the Giants. All right, let's see what they can do. They're running the same offense. 1 through 11 are going to be runs. 12 to 20 are going to be passes. That's going to be a short pass. Look at a 56. 56 is Steve Reed. He's a running back. He's here somewhere. No, he is here. He is a C1. And your defense, a 66. Dallas is waiting for this. That's a CD. So we're going to go short pass. Earl Moore. Is it Morrill or Morale? I think it's Morrill, right? Morrill to Reed. 43, and we have a 29. He's going to get sacked, and he'll lose 8 yards. Small straights. They're going to be the death of me, I'm telling you. Earl Morrill, minus 8. Yep. And who got him for Dallas? 55. 55 is going to be Cornell Green for Dallas. Cornell Green. And it's going to be 2nd and 18 for them. So both teams end up with a 2nd down and long after a sack on 1st down. There's Cornell. So I got him on the corner blitz. One thing about Dallas is every one of their defensive backs are QS1s. So they're getting quarterback sacks. I wonder if Dallas did a lot of corner blitzes and safety blitz, that kind of thing when they were playing defense. All right, 2nd down 18. Let's do the same thing. Let's go medium pass. Maybe we can get an interception. Maybe we can just mimic this thing. That'll be a medium pass. All right, a 33. Oh, God, it doubles like crazy on these dice. We need them on the other ones. 33 that is Joe Morrison. He is the starting wide receiver, and he's an A. So he's actually going to help out a little bit. I'm turning my air conditioner on. It's hot back here. All right, there we go. All right, so Morrison is an A. 11, though. 11 is a CD. We'll make it a BD, and it's the same play. Uh-oh. We got a medium pass BD. Morrill looking for Steve Reed. 35. That might be complete. Oh, it's a 13. Yikes, that's incomplete. Morrill having a 13 at 35 does not give me a whole lot of hope for his completion percentage. So Morrill to Reed. Incomplete. Make it 3rd and really long. Let's go medium pass heavy again. And it's going to be a medium pass again. All right, a 34. 34 back to Joe Morrison. Again, he's an A. 64 is a CS. Make it a VS. And we'll go Morrill to Morrison. A 51. That's a 9. That'll be complete. But only 9 yards on the completion, and they're not going to get a 1st down out of it. And they're going to bring them into 46-yard line. You got to punt this. So we'll bring in Ernie Coy, who I think is also our starting fullback. Where's he at? There he is. So Ernie Coy's got 2 cards out here. You got a half fullback and a punting card. He's also, I love this, that he's our starting punter. He's also our OB, so he's going to be returning kicks at the same time. That is great. I love these games. I love these cards. The way these players play these weird positions back then. Weird. I say weird, but not normally what you see nowadays where every single position on the field has a separate player for it. So let's bring out Ernie Coy. It's a 42. That's going to be a 6. And that's going to be a touchback. So Coy kicks out of the back of the end zone. And no harm on the interception for Dallas. They'll get the ball back 1st and 20 on their own, or 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. All right. And they're going to start out this time with another pass. Another short pass. Again, 1 through 11 on the dice are run plays. Got to get some of those run plays. 23. 23 is going to be a CG. 41 is Don Perkins. He's a C, so we'll stay at CG. He's your starting halfback, or starting fullback, Don Perkins. He'll get the majority of the carries. And we'll go there. Short pass. Meredith going to dump it off to his fullback. 64. That's an 18, and that is going to be incomplete. So Meredith to Perkins. Incomplete. Make it 2nd down and 10. We're getting an outside run. All right, a 13, that'll be a BS. And a 14 is going to be Perkins. So Perkins against a BS. A 31, that's a 17. And he'll pick up 7 yards. Great run on 2nd and 10. Perkins for 7. Make it a short 3rd down and 3 now with a 27. We can go standard offense here. And we're going to get another outside run. All right, a 23. 23 is actually a BD. So the Giants looking for a pass here. 22 is Perkins. So Perkins against a BD. 62. Ugh. That's a 21. Oh, that's not a 21. That was our interception on the last drive. In this case, it's going to be a run. It's a 24. And Perkins is going to get 2 yards, and he'll be 1 yard short of a 1st down. And they are going to go 3 and out. Going to bring out our punter. That's going to be Danny Villanueva, who's not only the kicker and the kickoff guy, he's also your starting punter. Come on, there you go. So there's Villanueva. Then we got a backup behind him of Colin Ridgway, who does everything also. So it'll be Villanueva here. A 23. 23 is 15. No, it's not. It is 25. And that is a terrible punt. That is a 20. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's a 29-yard punt. Really bad. 29. Taken by D10. D10 for the Giants is Willie Williams. Taken at their own 42. A 61 for Williams. That's a 27, and 27 is a fair catch. And the Giants start their 2nd drive with pretty good field position here. We're down to 11:15 to go in this 1st quarter. All right. So now the Giants. Oh, I don't like leaners. There we go. It's a 13, so they're going to stick with that pass. Another short pass here. 36. 36 is going to be Joe Morrison again. He's an A. He's a popular guy for the Giants in this 1st quarter. 23. 23 is a CG. Make it a BG. That's a pretty good defense to pass against. Oh, God, 23 again. 28 this time, and he's going to get sacked again, and he'll lose 4. So Morrill, -4. Who got him for Dallas? 35. That's going to be George Andre. I don't know. All right, 2nd and 14 now, back on the 38. Both teams just doing their best not to go backward, and they're failing miserably. 2nd and 14. Let's go short pass heavy here. Short pass heavy is 1 to 15 is a short pass. 16, 17, 18, 19 is medium, and 20 is long. And that's a 4. So that'll be a short pass. 33. 12. 12 is a CG. 33 back to Joe Morrison again. Make it a BG again. Same play basically here. Going to go Morrill to Morrison. 26. That's an 18. That's going to be complete. But he's going to go backwards. He's going to lose 2 yards. So Morrison with both catches. He's got 7 yards receiving on 2 catches. It's going to be 3rd and 16 as neither team really doing anything here so far. We'll go medium pass heavy. Oh, it's a 20. It's a long bomb. And I'm going to change it. No, I'm going to call it. I always call it the first time. So we're going long bomb. 3rd and 16, why not? All right, a 23. That's going to be Aaron Thomas, who is actually an A on long passes. He's a B on short passes, but he's an A on long passes. So Aaron Thomas, 24 is a BS. Make it an AS. You got a chance here. We're going to go Morrill to Thomas. 13 is a 17, and that is going to be incomplete. So Morrill misses Aaron Thomas, and it's going to be 4th down, and we're going to punt again. Everybody going 3 now. No first downs yet in this game. Both teams have had the ball twice. Let's go Ernie Coy. 56 is an 8. And that's a 45-yard punt taken by D10. So that was Ernie Coy for 45. D10 is Mel Renfro. He's a pretty good player. He's got 2 cards in the deck. He's got a defensive card where he's a W2 QS2. He's also the OA and the TA, so he'll be returning kicks and punts. He's a strong safety 4, so he's got a good card in the deck here. So let's check Renfro. A 35. 35 is a 24. And he'll get 2 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10, Dallas back at their 21. Their 3rd drive. 9 total yards for Dallas so far. All right, we'll go standard, and it's going to be a 5. That's going to be an inside run. All right, a 33. 33 on your defense is BG. 35 is going to be Perkins. So Perkins against a BG. Oh, I have too many 23s today. 23, it's a 28. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards. So Perkins loses 4. And it's going to be 2nd and 14. And we'll go short pass heavy. And we'll get a short pass. All right, come on. There you go. 23. 23 on defense is going to be a CG. And a 25 is going to be Frank Clark. He's an A, so make it a BG. He's down here. Make it a BG. So we'll go Meredith to Clark. 54, and that's a 36. And we have a 2-yard pass completion. Yay. But we have a penalty. Boo. So here we go. 56. So that's going to be holding on the offense. And let's move them back. It'll be half the distance. So from the 17, we go back to the 8.5. So we go back to the 9-yard line. So it's an 8-yard penalty. And it is holding. And it's going to be 2nd down and 22 now for Dallas. And we'll go short pass heavy again. And this time it's going to be a short pass. But now we're inside our own 14. So we're going to flip the boards over here. Short pass. All right, a 54 is AG. And 22 is Bob Hayes. He's an A. So we're going to Meredith to Hayes on an AG. I mean, that's the defense you want to pass against right there. So Meredith to Hayes on an AG. A 65. It's a 20. And it's incomplete. Why does he have a 20? Meredith must have thrown some interceptions during this year. He's got some high numbers. Incomplete. And he is 0 for 3. He's Frank Ryan-like. Let's go 3rd and 22. We got to go medium pass here. And they'll get a medium pass. $52. 52 is CG. Oh, 66. Who we hitting? We're looking for Perry Lee Dunn. Perry Lee Dunn is our backup running back. He's a C. So 52 is CG. We'll stay at CG on this medium pass. From Meredith to Perry Lee Dunn. A 15. That's a 6. He'll hit him for 24 yards. Dunn will go out of bounds, and it's enough for a first down and a big play. Nice. I like it. All right. First and 10 up to the 33 now for Dallas. And we'll go standard. And we'll get an outside run. Okay. All right, it's a 16. That's going to be an AS. And if you're wondering what I'm looking at here, there's your defensive card. This is the run card for the Giants. Dallas was a 35 offense, and the Giants are a 30 defense against the run. So that's where the -5 comes in. I'm going to look at 16. You see AS there. A is the offensive rating, and S is where the defense is located. So S is standard. G is ground, so they're playing the run. And D is pass. It stands for deep, so they're playing the pass. In this case, it's an AS, which means that Dallas has an A rating. So there's 3 ratings, A, B, C. Dallas has an A rating, and the defense is in a standard. So they're just playing a normal 3-4 or 4-3, whatever they're in. 11, though, that's going to be Don Perkins on the outside run. So Perkins against an AS. Oh, my. Perkins with a breakaway. He gets through the line of scrimmage. We're going to go to the K column. 56 is a 15, and he is going to break free for 24 yards. Get chased down in the secondary. So Perkins with it. So 2 big plays in a row here for Dallas. And it's going to be first and 10. They're going to cross the Giants 50 and get to the 43. All right, that's what I like to see. All right. Oh, it's a long pass. And you know what? Dallas, they'll do theirs too. They'll get it out of the way. If it's incomplete, I'll probably change it. But first and 10 is a good time to do it. So long pass for Dallas. I saw enough highlights of Meredith to Hayes to know that they can do it too. Wait, Hayes? Yeah, Bob Hayes. Yeah. I was getting Bob Hayes mixed up with Bob Lilly. So Bob Hayes, yeah. So 33, this is actually going to be Frank Clark, and he's an A. 44 is AD. So we're over here in the AD column. So that means the offense, they're in an A rating for this play, but the defense is playing deep. So they're in a pass defense. So let's see what happens here. Meredith to Clark. Oh, I saw that. Oh, no. 18. It's going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted. I saw that 66 laying there, too. I thought it was coming. Let's see. Who was it? That was Frank Clark. And that's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. And I'll probably overrule long passes until we get to the second half. Unless it makes sense in the context there. All right. Okay. And we get an inside run. Inside run. Oh, big numbers. 65. Who's running? Oh, what's your defense? That's an AS. 62. That's going to be Perry Lee Dunn. He's a backup fullback, backup halfback. He only runs inside. You can tell that if you look at his card. You can see it as good numbers, as doubles. You have even numbers. So even numbers only run inside, and odd numbers only run outside. So I'll flip it over. If this would have been an outside run, I'll flip it to an inside run because of his card. So Perry Lee Dunn on the inside run against an AS. Oh my goodness, a 66. That's a 4, and he'll get 11 yards. That's why he's a backup. Don't get me wrong, 11 is nice. But on a 66, he could have got more than that. But we'll take it. It's 11 yards. It's a first down. They'll get down to the Giants' 32-yard line. 1st and 10 again. We will go, let's see. Let's go standard. I haven't really thrown the ball since that big first down. And it's going to be an inside run. So they're going to stick with the run here. I actually like that. All right, a 46 on your defense. That's going to be an AS. And a 26 is going to be Don Perkins. So Perkins against an AS. 53, that's a 19. And he'll get 2 yards. So Perkins for 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8. We're down to 6:45 to play in this first quarter. And we'll go standard again. And it's going to be another inside run. All right, a 24. 24 is BS. 42. 42 is going to be J.D. Smith. He's our halfback in this game. So BS means the offense is in a B. And with it being an ABC rating, B is just an average, a standard offense. And an S is a standard. So this right here is about as standard as you can get here. Both teams are just in basic formations. And it's going to be a 42. So Smith against a BS. A 56. That's going to be a 24. And he will get 1 yard. And we're going to make it 3rd and 7. So Smith for 1. And it's going to be 3rd and 7. Let's go short pass heavy for Dallas. And they're going to get a short pass. And we are on the 29 now. Okay. All right, a 64 and a 62. 62 is going to be Pete Gent. Pete Gent is not a starting receiver. He's a backup. There he is. He's an EB2. He's actually a B on short passes, which is nice. So he'll be a B for this one. 64 is CS. We'll leave it at CS. So that's, again, C is really bad for the offense because of the 3. There's A, B, and C. C is the worst option for the offense. S, again, we're staying in a standard defense for the defense is staying standard. All right, so Meredith to Gent on a CS. 52. That's usually a scramble, but in this case, it's a sack. And Don Meredith is going to lose 10 yards, and that is going to essentially knock them out of field goal range. So minus 10. The second sack for the Giants. And this time it's going to be Dick Lynch getting the sack. I think he got the interception, didn't he? It's going. He's early defensive player of the game. And it's going to be 4th and 17 to 39. You can't go for it. 49, 56-yard field goal. I doubt Justin Timberlake's dad bought. Oh, no, that's the wrong team. Danny Villanueva. I don't think he's got enough in him. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, he's at the 39. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have enough in him to get it. So we're going to go ahead and punt. Try to play a little coffin corner action. Pin him deep here. It's going to be it's going to be Villanueva. A 52. That's a 16. And that is a 27-yard punt. So it's going to be down to the 12. And it's going to be the D11? Yeah, our D11 is going to go after it, right? 52 was 26. Oh, actually, I looked at the wrong column. That's 23 yards and a fair catch by D11. So we'll go undo. We'll go punt. 23 yards. That's a terrible punt. 23 yards by Villanueva. It's going to be D11. It's going to be Willie Williams for the fair catch. And they're going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line. All right. So the Giants now with their 3rd drive of the game. 5.5 to go in this first quarter. It's going to be a 16. That's a short pass. And we need to go here. $56 on the pass is Steve Reed. Steve Reed is our running back. Where's he at? Is he here? Yeah, there he is. He's a C1. 11 on your defense is CD, so that's where we're going to stay. So CD, so it's a C offense, and they're playing the pass, so this is about as tough a completion there is to make in this game. If you look, I'll show you here. So we're on CD. So you can see how many of those, 1 through 10 are your completions on the cards. If you go over to BD, it's actually 1 through 11. If you go to AD, it's 1 through 16. But if you go to AG, it's actually 1 through 19. So as you get, closer to what the offense called and put them closer to C, the chances of a completion get harder and harder. That's why they do that. All right, so it's going to be Morrill looking for Reed against the CD. 45. That's usually an incompletion, and in this case, it is an incompletion. It's a 17, and 17 is incomplete. All right, so 2nd and 10. Back at the 16. Giants have yet to run the ball. Let's see if we can roll a run number here. And we do. We roll an outside run. Okay. 51. That's going to be Steve Thurlow. And 32. 32 is a CD. So that's a C for the offense, but their defense is playing the pass right now. So it's a better chance to get some yards against a CD. 46 for Thurlow. That's a 24, and he'll get 1. Thurlow for 1. I didn't look to see. I'm going to have to look for this game tonight on the YouTube and see if we can watch a little bit of it. All right, so 3rd and 9. We got to go short pass heavy. And we'll get a short pass. All right, a 43. That's going to be Steve Thurlow. He's a C. And 32. That's a CG. So that's where we'll stay. Another pass against CG. 52. That's a 27. So Earl Morrill is going to scramble. He's going to get outside the pocket, try to pick it up on his own. Our original defense was CG. All right, here we go. Morrill. 25 on the outside run is a 21, and he'll get nothing. Not a gosh darn yard. And that is going to make it 4th down. And the Giants go 3 and out again. And I am in a fantasy football draft right now, a slow draft, so I'm keeping my ears open for when it's my turn. I had the 11th pick in the 1st round. I took Derrick Henry. And then I have the 2nd pick in the 2nd round, which is coming up soon. Just keep my ears open for the sound in the other room. Let's bring out our punter. It's going to be Ernie Coy. Our fullback is also our punter. 45 for Coy. It's an 8. And they're on their own 17. So this is going to be 45 D10. 45 by Ernie Coy. I think he's got 3 putts, 45, 45, and 46. So he's having a good day at least. Punt return. It's going to be Mel Renfro. 56. That's going to be a 27, and that's a fair catch. And Dallas will start their 4th drive of the quarter. 1st and 10 in their own 38. 4 minutes to go. No score in the game. Dallas has 3 first downs. The Giants still don't have any. And there have been at least 3 quarterback sacks and an interception so far. So it's been a defensive struggle so far. Defensive struggle, yeah. The teams are struggling on offense. So the defense is doing well to make them... Anyway, all right, here we go. All right, it's going to be an inside run. $36. 36 is BS. 41. 41 is going to be J.D. Smith. So J.D. Smith against a BS. And a 51 is a 17, so he'll get 7 yards. So Smith for 7. And it's going to be 2nd and 3 now. Oh, there's only been 1 interception, not 2. All right, 2nd and 3. There have been 5 punts, though. Maybe 6, actually. All right, so 2nd and 3 on the 45. They do cross. Oh, no, they didn't cross 50. They're still in their own 45. And we'll go standard. It's going to be another inside run. right, it's going to be a 14. 14 is an A, D. 66, the coach, Dan Reeves, getting in there against an AD. He will coach the Denver Broncos at some point, and I believe he will coach these New York Giants at some point. All right. Let's see. Reeves on an AD. 31 for the coach. He'll get 5 yards and a first down. It's going to be first and 10 now, midfield for Dallas. Second time they've been there. And they're going to go with an inside run. So the running game's really been the thing the last 2 drives now. 63 on defense. That's going to be a BD. 33 is Perkins. So Perkins against a BD. 51, 17. And he'll get 8 yards, the running game. Coming through for Dallas here. And it's going to be 2nd and 2 now. And we'll stay standard as long as it's working. It's going to be another inside run. Oh, my. All right, we had lots of doubles here. A 55 and a 44. 44 is J.D. Smith. Let's see. 55, A.G. So the offense is in A, but the defense is in G, which is ground. So the offense has an A rating, but the defense is playing the run on this one. So it's going to be our boy J.D. Smith. 55. Look at the doubles flying. That's a 17, and he'll get 6 more. So J.D. Smith. And it's going to be 1st and 10 down to the 36. It's as deep as they've gotten. No, wait, did they get to the 29 last time? I think they did. So and then they had a sack or something like that. All right, so 1st and 10 on the Giants 36 for Dallas. And it's going to another inside run. That's all they're calling. I love it. So 43. 43 is a BD, and the Giants just keep looking for passes. 24 is Perkins, so Perkins against a BD. Oh, no, 23. That's a 28. They're going to go backwards. They're going to lose 2 yards. So Perkins gets hit in the backfield, and he'll lose 2. All right, 2nd and 12. Oh, I hear the doorbell. I think it's my turn. It is my turn. Okay, I'm going to pause, and I'm going to go draft. I'll be right back. I hope Nico Collins is there. And look at that. Nico Collins was available. So I started off Derrick Henry, Nico Collins, which last year would have been great except for Nico Collins' injury. I didn't do a lot of research yet. This is my first draft, my first research. So we're just going to kind of wing it a little bit here. All right. 2nd and 12 now for Dallas. We'll go short pass heavy. And we'll get a short pass. All right, a 21 and a 46. If you're curious, let me see if I can do this really fast. If you're curious, there's my Coke, but there's my dice tower. You're wondering what I'm dropping the dice into. See, there's my dice tower. Right down there. That's where it goes. Put this back. There we go. All right, so we're going to go short pass heavy. Whoops. 52 and 62. So 62 for Dallas is Pete Gent, and he's a B. And 52 on your defense is a CG. So it's going to be Meredith to Gent. Dandy Don only has 1 completion so far. A 55 is going to give him a 2nd completion. That's going to be good for 11 yards. And Gent gets shoved out of bounds on the sideline. But they'll get 11. That'll be another first down. Wait, will it be? Yeah, it's 3rd and 1. So it was 2nd and 12 there. So it's 3rd and 1. All right, so we're going to go big here. We're going to bring a whole bunch of fat guys in on the lines. And we're going to, 18's a short pass. So they're going to bring all the big guys in, and then they're going to do a little play action. Dallas is going to try to get tricky. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. 21 on the defense. That'll be a BS. 55. That's Dan Reeves, the coach. He's a C. So it's going to be a CS. So Meredith to Dan Reeves. 25. 25 is a 7. It'll be complete. He'll get 9 yards and a first down. So Dallas finally moving the ball down inside the 20. What did I say, 9? Yeah. And we got 30 seconds left in this first quarter. First and 10 at the 18 for Dallas. And it's going to be a 6. That'll be an inside run. All right. 13 and 34. So 34 is going to be Don Perkins. 13 is BS. And this will probably be the last play of the first half. So Perkins, 65. And that is usually a 24, and it is. And he'll get 1 yard. So Perkins for 1. Whoops. Perkins, where you at? Where you at, Perkins? There you are. 1 yard. Make it second down and 9. That's going to end the first half. No score, but Dallas is driving. They've shown up on offense. The Giants haven't shown up yet. But Dallas is driving, and we will go to the second quarter here. Second and 9. Let's go short pass heavy. 15 is a short pass. All right, a 52 on defense. That'll be a CG. 61 is going to be Pete Gent again. He's a B. It's going to stay CG. Meredith to Gent. 12. 12 is never good. It's a 28. And Meredith is sacked for the third time. So Meredith to who got him? 55. That is going to be Spider Lockhart. What a great name, Spider Lockhart. He'll get the sack. And it's going to be 3rd and 17 back on the 25. We'll bring out Danny Villanueva to try a 42-yard field goal. And here we go. Oh, 63 is a terrible roll. That is a 21. And that is no good. Nowhere close. Came up a little bit short. And Dallas, the sack. Boy, that sack really hurt them. And it's going to be Giants ball, 1st and 10 on their own 32. They're going to start with an inside run. All right, a 62 and a 15. 15 is an AG. 62 is Ernie Wheelwright, one of our Ernies. There he is. He's a halfback, fullback 2. And what I say 15 was AG, right? Yeah. So Ernie Wheelwright against an AG. 41 for Ernie. That's a 25. That's no gain. So Wheelwright stuffed at the line of scrimmage by putting that, what's his name? What's that guy's name? Bob Lilly. Stuck him in there at defensive tackle. Yeah, and he smacked down Ernie Wheelwright. He was more like Ernie Wheel wrong, am I right? Yeah? Yeah. All right. 2nd and 10. Giants still without a first down. 18. They're going to go medium pass. They're going to try to get a whole bunch of yards at one time here. Earl Morrill, 2 of 5. 51. 51 is going to be Homer Jones. He's a B. I know him from somewhere. He's a B. Has he only played for the Giants? Did he play for anybody else, or do I know him from the Giants? I'm not sure. All right, so he's a B. And 31. 31's a CS, so we'll stay at CS. And we will go Earl Morrill to Homer Jones. A 13, that's a 17, and that'll be incomplete. Earl Morrall, Homer Jones, incomplete. Make it 3rd and 10. Giants still without a first down. Trying to do something here. We'll go short pass heavy. We'll get a short pass. All right. Ooh, 15. 15 is going to be Del Schaffner. He's a B. And 53 on your defense is CS. So we'll stay at CS. And we'll go Morrall to Schaffner. 62. That is ugly. That is a 20. And that is incomplete. And again, 3 and outs. Just nonstop 3 and out here for the Giants. That is not good. Let's bring out Ernie Coy to punt. 36. 36 is an 8. And that's going to be a 41 D10. Whoops. All right. So Schaffner boots it 41 yards. And there we go. And it's going to be D10. That's going to be Mel Renfro for Dallas. From his own 27. 42 is a 25. And that's going to be nothing. Yeah, he's going to get tackled right on the spot. Didn't put his arm up and paid the price for it. It's 1st and 10 Dallas. Still 0-0 here. 13 minutes to go. Again, real life, it was 31-2. Great. I'm actually going to look for some highlights of this game later on tonight. So, all right, Dallas is going to start with a short pass. 31. 31 is a CS. 61. That's Pete Gent. He's a B, so we'll stay at CS. Oh, 52. And Meredith is sacked again. That might be the 4th time I've rolled a 52. This time it's only going to be a 5-yard loss. But again with the sack. And who got it for the Giants? Andy Stinchula. I know the name. I don't know how to say it, but I know the name. Andy S. There he is. All right. 2nd and 15 now for the Cowboys. Let's go short pass heavy again. And we're going to get a short pass. All right, a 62 on your defense. That's going to be an AS. 15, that's Bob Hayes. So we're going to stay at AS. Meredith looking for his number 1 receiver. Oh, my! And he is gone. 78 yards. First touchdown on the board. And again, the number of times I've seen those Don Meredith to Bob Hayes long bombs, and we just had one of our own. He catches it down the sideline, outruns everybody for a touchdown, and Dallas takes the lead on a big play. 6-0. Let's bring out Villanueva. 14. Uh-oh. We're going to have an issue with the field goal, though. We're going to have an F8. So we got a fumbled snap on the extra point. F8. It's a 21. And that is -6 D3. Now, Pro Football Helper does not give me a way to do this as far as I know. So I can't really put a fumble in here. So I'm just going to go botched attempt. No good. We'll go Villanueva's kick. And it's going to be 6-0 Cowboys. 12:15 to go in the second quarter. And they're going to kick off. And it's going to be Villanueva kicking off. 16. 16 is an 11. 11 is 57.09. So he'll kick it to the 8-yard line. And it's going to be taken there by Clarence Childs. Clarence Childs is your main kickoff returner for the Giants. Oh, a 41 is not great. That's a 19, and he'll get 23 yards. Okay. Not terrible. He'll get him out to the 31, in fact. So, yeah, there you go. Clarence Childs for 23. And the Giants start 1st and 10. They're in 31. Still without a first down. See if they can change it here. Let's go big. Let's force a run play. Unless it's a 17, 18, 19, 20, then it's a short pass. And it is a 5. We're going to go inside run. All right, a 56. Damn it. Stop it. 56 is Ernie Coy, our punter. Where's Ernie Coy? There he is. Fullback 2. And 53 is CS. So our punter with a CS. 64 for Coy. It's a 17. He'll get 3 yards. Wow, that's a pretty good. Boy, having a 17 at 64 is nice. Unfortunately, it was against a CS where he could only get, what did I say, 2 yards or 4 yards? What did I say? 17 is 3 yards, it looks like. All right. That gives him 11 total yards in this game so far. Still not as bad as the Boston Patriots. I believe they had 0 yards in the first quarter of that game. All right, 2nd and 7. We'll stay with I guess we'll go standard here. And we're going to get an inside run. Good, that's what I wanted. 65. We're going big with these running backs. Steve Reed this time. You need to get. I don't even know if our fullback 4 has a carry yet. Tucker Frederickson. He's 11 to 36. He's 50% of the carries. I don't think they've called his number. So we're going to Steve Reed, and it's a 66. The defense is waiting for it. It's a CG, which means the offense is in C rating, so ABC, C's the worst, and the defense is in a G rating, which is ground. They're playing the run. So that's like a double whammy, CG on this run play for Steve Reed. 41, that's a 25, and that is no gain at all. Make it 3rd and 7. Oh, it's Smith Reed. Really? Oh, it's Smith. I didn't even know that. He's got 2 last names. Or you can flip it around and make it Reed Smith. But apparently his name is Smith Reed. That's weird. All right. Make it 3rd and 7 now on the 34. Let's go short pass heavy. I think this is probably the best 3rd down chance that they've had in this game. It's a short pass. All right. Ooh. All right, a 34. 34 is going to be Joe Morrison. He's an A. 22 on your defense, though. That's going to be a BD. We'll make it an AD. So we'll go Morrill looking for Morrison. Oh, my! A 66 of their own, and Morrison catches it, and he goes 52 yards. And he'll be caught, I believe, on the 14. So Morrill to Morrison, 52 yards. And he is drugged down from behind. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Giants. Wow. All right. That's good. That's our first down. All right, a 7. That'll be an outside run. Well, I think that's my 4th 66 today. Nice. All right. 16. The dice probably still think I'm playing golf because a 66 is a missed easy putt. And the number of those I missed. Holy cow. All right. 44. That's the History Maker Golf. I love that game. If you're wondering why there's a little bit less football on the channel, it's because I love History Maker Golf. All right. 44 is BG. And 16, there's Tucker Frederickson getting a carry. So Frederickson against a BG, a 64. And that's a 24 for him. That's not great. In fact, he's going to lose 2 yards. He'll run it along the line of scrimmage, trying to string it out, trying to find the hole, and he can't find it. He ends up going out of bounds. 2-yard loss. Oops, not 15. All right, 2nd and 12. Let's go short pass heavy for the Giants. It's going to be a short pass. All right, a 56. That'll be Steve Reed. He's a C. An 11. Defense is waiting for this. It's a CD. That's a tough thing to throw against. But Morrill to Reed. Oh, a 26. That's an 18. That is incomplete. 3rd and 12 at the 16. Smith Reed, not Steve Reed. And it will be, whoops, it will be 3rd and 12. And let's go medium pass heavy. And it's going to be a medium pass. All right, a 54. 54 is Ernie Wheelwright. He's our running back. He's a C. 46 is a BS. It's going to be a CS for the Giants. So Morrill to Wainwright. Wainwright? Yeah, Wheelwright. Ernie Wheelwright. 61. That's going to be a 17. That is incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down. And the Giants are going to bring out Bob Timberlake, Justin's dad, maybe. And he's going to try a 33-yard field goal. Oh, that's probably going to be good. 11 is a 39, and a 39 is good. And that's going to cut the lead down to 6-3. Field goal attempt. Timberlake, good. The Giants make it 6-3. 9.5 to go, and I'm going to call it a video here. I am starving, and it's like 7:15. I haven't eaten in about 8 hours. I'm withering away to nothing here, people. So I will be back most likely tomorrow to continue playing this game. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.